Hello, welcome to my channel Lady D. This will be my video on the week ahead where we cover the transits coming up in the week, and then we also do a card reading and a channel. So we do have a big week that's coming up this week. We have the full moon that's going to be in Sagittarius on the 11th of June at 5:44 p.m. That is my time here in Sydney. This is actually, I feel like, quite a positive full moon that we do have. We have some good aspects to the moon itself. So we do have a tri with Mars. So I feel like I'm emotionally feeling quite happy, and I feel like there's a sense of feeling quite strength and secure. We've also got an positive aspect to Venus, to Jupiter as well. So it's like luck coming in to do with like if the home or our emotions. And I do feel like we'll feel good during this full moon because it is in Sagittarius. So it is like a sign of happiness and upbeat, risk taking. I feel like learning, I feel like it's going to be a sense of like learning, or be like an open book. And also it's like they're having a good time, being quite social. Sagittarius are very like storytellers, so I just feel like experiencing different things. So I do feel like it's all about positive things and connecting with others with full moon. So we have that. We also have this week too. We've quite a lot of transits. On the 6th we have Mercury, which will be in sextile to Mars. That's going to be a strength with our communication, but we're also feeling quite good about that too. That's happening today. We also then tomorrow on the 7th we've got Mercury in sextile to Chiron. That's going to give some sort of relief or a healing in communication. That's something that's been giving you a bit of grief. And then on the 9th we've got a conjunction with Mercury and Jupiter that will be in the sign of Gemini, so that also will be quite positive. So that's going to be hearing good news. There'll be some good news coming up. You'll hear something good or be more confident in your communication. Now on that same day we also have, and it is on these squares are happening with the full moon as well, but I still feel like the full moon itself is going to be quite good. So we do have Mercury in square, the same with Jupiter too actually, in square to Saturn. So it can be so maybe you might be putting your foot in it, or you might feel like there's going to be some problems with communication, maybe be like with phones or with things. But at the same time the conjunction with Jupiter and Mercury is going to be stronger than the square. So we've also got coming up that week, so that day, so you got the square. Then on the 10th, we've then got a square with Venus to Pluto. So that might bring up an ending of relationship, or there could be some kind of financial thing with that coming up that may not be as positive. Then we've got on the 10th as well, Mercury then squaring Neptune. That can be a problem with sort of delusional people sort of telling you a bit of lies with that, or seeing people trying to put the wool over your eyes. We've got then also on the 10th, we've got Mars in tri to Chiron. That is helping you with any sort of issues that have made you angry. This is going to be more of a healing with that. And then we've got on the 12th, we've got Mercury in sextile to Venus, so that's helping communication with relationships, also financial aspects. Then we're still on that 9th day as well, we've got Jupiter moving into Cancer. So we're going to be thinking more about the home, stability, like security, our well-being. And then we've got on the 10th, we've got Jupiter moving into Cancer. That's going to be there until July 2026. So Jupiter in Cancer, the last time we had that in, so we're going back a few years, so we're going back sort of 2013, 2014. So around the world, what was going on at that time, there was many countries experiencing and discussing about immigration, national borders, homeland security. So there was more about reflecting on Cancer's protective instincts. So this was like a refuge crisis, and there was like a huge humanitarian response and a debate about national security and responsibilities. And that's sort of coming up now, but it could be more of a resolution to that. So it could be a sense of countries maybe protecting their borders as well, but then also it could be a sense of helping other people too. There's a rise in the social movements as well, emotional truth coming out. So movement like it's got here like Black Lives Matters might come up, might begin, and also spreading. So this Cancer themes of emotional truth, protecting invulnerable and collective nurturing. So we might see of people trying to navigate through that. I don't know if it'll be Black Lives Matter, like that will come back, but there could be something about humanitarian issues coming back and people standing up for the little people perhaps, but also stuff about the emotional stuff coming up and also mental health. Real estate, so house prices are probably going to go up during this time as well, unfortunately, if you're trying to buy a house. Like I know here in Australia, the stupid government that we've got is putting a 5% deposit down, which is going to drive up house prices, which is also, I feel like, going to make things unaffordable. So I feel like that once Jupiter and where we've got the other planets situated, once it leaves Cancer, we're probably going to find the impact on this, and it's probably not going to be as positive. So be positive while the Jupiter's there, then once it leaves, we'll see the impact. So I do feel like house prices, there will be some kind of crash, especially in Australia, I do feel. I don't think it's going to be during this time. It'll be more next year after this leaves. There's also too, after Jupiter does leave Cancer, it's not in a star sign that's going to be looking at financial things or housing until it gets back into Capricorn, which is a few years away. So we've got to go into Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. So another 6 years. So I do feel like that there's going to be a thing with house prices just being unstable when Jupiter leaves Cancer. Then we've got here increase interest, ancestry and roots. So more people looking back at their family things. So like things like the ancestry DNA was coming up last time, so we might see more things about that coming up this time. I've got humanitarian emotional awareness, which I've covered. So we just got here. So I've got here Jupiter in Cancer forms significant aspects with Uranus and Pluto contributing to intense global shifts, including potential unrest and transformative social change. These aspects added urgency and unpredictability to otherwise nurturing Cancerian energy. So it's the same thing for this time, because we are going to have Uranus make its way into Gemini, and then we've also got Neptune moving its way into Aries. These aspects are all signaling war. It could be also to do with war with America, like civil war here. So it's going to be interesting how it all shifts, and then maybe that with Jupiter in Cancer, it's like a glue that's holding things together, and then things sort of fall apart next year once it leaves and goes into Leo. So we have that. So we have a very big week. We've also got on the 6th Venus moving into Taurus. So Venus into Taurus wants to be comfortable, wants to be nurtured, wants to feel safe, wants to feel secure. So with relationships and financially, we want to have that security and safeguard. So that's also going to help with the Jupiter in Cancer. So that's what we've got coming up. I was also but I feel like the full moon itself is going to be positive, and we've got some very big positive aspects coming up this week. So I do feel like it is a very positive week ahead that we've got coming up here. I wanted to look at what the chart looked like for the 10th, because that seems to be a big day before this full moon here. So if we go to the 10th, so we've got here on the 10th. So we've also got that Saturn and Neptune very, very close together within a degree apart. They'll be stuck like that for a little while before one will retrograde back into Pisces and the other one will, and then they will meet in February in Aries next year. But they are very close together. And we've also got on that day, I can see the squares, and we've got some positive aspects too that day. So overall, I feel like this week is going to be more positive, negative. I do feel like you'll hear some good news. I feel like this new full moon will give you a sense of energized, like you'll be feeling more energized and a spark of like enlightenment here. I do feel like it's a social, and I feel like it's about, I do feel like it's about networking as well with this aspects in Gemini that we got, or the planets in Gemini, and I also feel like it's about being an open book and learning and craving to learn new things. I've also got here people's perception will change this week. I've got people standing in their power, people wanting to believe in what they want to be believing. I feel like it's got harmony. There's a truth telling coming up. I feel like being present in the energies. I've got blessings and security. I've got here wanting healing of pain and suffering coming up. I've also got emotional intelligence, so it will stand out this week. There could be a blame game. If blame game's going on, it's like a better approach the situation slowly. I've got coming up. So let's look at the cards for this week and see. What will I do for the cards for this week? I'm going to do my cat cards. Let's have a look and see what we get for the cards for this week. And then I will do a channel for this full moon energy that's coming up as well. Let's have a look. So there could be a sense here of wanting travel or going away, but also it could be daydreaming about what once was, or dreamy with this card, or it could be a sense like a waiting for something too. I feel like that card's about waiting for something to come up. A sense of things being buried or uncovered could also be coming up here too, and it could be about a financial interest or financial gain. It's a protest, so like there's going to be some sort of maybe protests, or people sort of on guard with issues that they're going to believe in. So coming up, there could be a sense of being spied on. This card to me is about people spying on you, or people watching you. But this is about family, social, cup filled. So that is quite a positive card that I feel like is coming up. We're going to feel like this week we're on a search, we're on a mission. We're feeling quite protected, quite guarded. I feel like that there's something about a sense of wanting more, looking for more fulfilling things in your life too. Things about opening up around you. There's things, I feel like security is going to be a thing for this week, and feeling togetherness coming up. It's like be careful of certain betrayals or people trying to, I said, like put the wool over your eyes here, like, or temptation, maybe a little bit of a thing that comes up this week. And I feel like it could be a sense of you're hiding your valuables, or you're hiding your things that you most treasure, or that you're finding things that are quite valuable coming up. I feel like there's a connection to truth, connection to people telling the truth coming up this week too, and wanting to do things your own way as well. When is the 11th? So the 11th is next Wednesday, and the 9th is Monday, so good. Okay, it could be positive things about contracts coming up too around this week as well. I just feel like it's going to be a week where we're feeling quite good or quite positive. We're cemented in our thoughts, where our belief system is. We're looking at making the correct decisions for our own self in the pathway that we're making. I feel like that there's a sense of opportunities coming in where it's like no obligation, and I feel like it's a sense of starting or shifting into a new presence of being that's going to be coming in with this too. And I just feel like people feeling a lot more fulfilled, a lot more happy. I get like energized feeling. There's a big shift with planets moving into Cancer, and also but we've got those conjunction with that Jupiter and Mercury. You won't just feel it on that day, you'll feel it a few days before and after. And that will be in Gemini, and then they go make their way into Cancer. So I feel like even being with Gemini, with having that conjunction, is going to make you feel quite energized and quite nurtured, quite upbeat too. So I feel like there's a lot of positive things that are coming up this week. So, as well. And I feel like people are thinking more clearly this week too. There's a sense of thinking more clearly. So let me see what else. Let's do a channel for this full moon in Sagittarius. This channel for this week will be very clear and unique and precise, for we want you to understand what is going on around you. For the world is changing yet again, for shifts are made, people's intentions have been quite clear. For you all have integrity, you all know the world is unjust, and you crave for justice, you all crave for people to be reliable, and you crave for people to know the truth. So therefore the truth is about to come out. There will be bombs of truth telling, and people can't stop the truth from coming out. Some people will be in despair and will not know what to believe, for they believe what they want to hear, but now the evidence will be quite clear for them that they need to believe in the truth, in what has therefore been. For what has been hidden is now being revealed in this full moon is coming out, along with the other shift of the planets in the way that they are making. For people will be angry, people want to protest, people will want the right things to be happen. For people who have been unjust and things happen to them unfair, they will see the justice that they will seek. For this world, now and forevermore, will never be the same again, and it is time for you all to listen up, be wise, move where you need to move, but things are altogether changing, and this can be good for you all. For it is good to be surprised, it is good for these shocks to happen, for we live and we learn, we play the game, and then we see what is truly happening around us. Okay, so where am I? So if you're looking for readings with me, so I best to get a reading with me before the last week of June, because last week of June I will be in Sydney at the Hordern Pavilion doing the Afterlife Convention. It's the one where you got to pay to get in. I didn't make that. That was the people organising that. They handle all that. Then after that, the first weekend in July, so it is the 4th to the 6th of July, I will be in Brisbane at the Brisbane Showground for the Health Harmony Expo. I will be there sharing the stand with Psychic Pin-Up. I think, and then I've got, at the end of August, I have a fair in Port Macquarie as well. So if you want a reading with me beforehand, just contact me through my social media. Just contact me through Facebook, message me, and we can organise a time and day, and then we go from there. So we still have a few spots on the cruise, so if you do want to come with us, I do have, I think it's like 2 cabins that we've got. I think it's 2 cabins. They've got spare there, or they've been given 2 cabins. So if you want to come along with that, please join us for that. I've also got a workshop on. So Port Kembla, Wollongong Way, there is a 1-day workshop. We have 2 rooms available, so we'll have 2 classes going at once. We'll have 4 modalities, so we're doing astrology, numerology, psychic mediumship, and then we've got Nell doing her yoga meditations as well. That is $180. There's a $50 deposit, and then you can pay the rest on the day. So we also have that coming up at the end of July. I think it is Saturday the 26th of July, I believe. So we have that happening as well. So if you want to come along, I'll put the link down below so that you're able to book in for that workshop. Anything else happening? I think that's about it for me. I have done the horoscopes last week, and I was going to edit them and put them up. I've realized I've accidentally deleted them. I've had to then do quick videos to recover. This week has just been crazy for me, and I've edited some but haven't been able to finish them all, so hopefully I'll do them over this weekend. I have a long weekend myself, so hopefully I have time to be able to do that. And also this week I want to make a video on Justin Bieber, and also I'm thinking of maybe Elon Musk if I can look at their charts. So I'll do that when I can, hopefully this weekend as well. I think that's about it. If you are in Australia, I hope you have a great long weekend. I still call it the Queen's birthday because I'm not a fan of Prince Charles. So for me, I still say Queen's birthday. But anyways, thank you for your likes, shares, and your comments, and I will see you for my next video. So Bye for now, and have a fantastic week with these amazing energies, especially the conjunction with Jupiter and Mercury. Hope that brings you very good news. So we'll see you next time.